Never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. 8K 360-degree footage at my fingertips. In this video, we're covering what the Insta360 X4 has to offer the motovlogging space and community, and whether or not you should get one. Insta360 is sponsoring this video, and they sent me this camera to test, so let's go test it. If you're new to the 360-degree space, here's a quick breakdown of how it works. So there's two cameras, one on the front, one on the back. They both film in 180 degrees, and then a computational algorithm stitches the two images together to form 360 degrees. So that means no matter where or how you point the camera, you're always going to be filming every single angle. You're always filming everything around you. Later, in post-production or in the app, you can reframe the video to show any angle you like. And just like that, you have an infinite number of angles to play around with. In the box, you get the actual camera itself and some standard lens guards. That's kind of nice, as they used to be sold separately, and they're removable too, obviously. You can buy some nicer premium ones that I have on this camera that are sold separately. The camera itself does come with standard plastic ones. You also get the charging cable, Type-C, some manuals, a cleaning cloth, and some stickers. The one downside of the lens guards is that they do make the camera a lot more bulky, so it won't fit in your pocket as easily. The bonus is that you don't get to scratch your nice lenses, so. The previous version of this camera, the X3, was able to shoot in 5.7K at 30 frames per second. Now with the X4, you can go up to 8K at 30 frames per second, 5.7K at 60 frames per second, or 4K at 100 frames per second for those nice slow-mo shots. You might think, Lali, why do you need so much resolution? Nobody's really watching videos in 8K. And you're right, that 8K resolution is not exactly 8K. 8K means you're capturing about 33 million pixels over 360 degrees.
The importance of filming in 8K if you want to reframe video later for social media, either in the YouTube format or Instagram format, is that you have the ability to zoom in and not lose any clarity. If you film in like 4K or lower quality, when you zoom in or reframe your video, you'll lose a little bit of quality.
When you crop your video to Instagram or to YouTube format in 9:16 or 16:9, you're only capturing a fraction of those 33 million pixels. So when you're reframing your video for social media or when you're zooming in, that will decrease the resolution from 8K. So the higher resolution you can film in 360, the better for when you actually go to export, reframe, or zoom into your videos. 8K gives you this nice clarity, and it also has 2000 megabits per second bitrate. And bitrate just means the amount of data transferred when you process or export a video. Higher is better. The X3 did 120 megabits per second, which is good enough for the 5.7K resolution the X3 does, but not quite enough for the X4, which films in 8K. If you want to use this camera like a more traditional action camera, you can switch to single lens mode. You go to free frame video and select the field of view you want. This is kind of an angle you can expect to get when you use it in single lens mode like this. It's actually pretty wide.
Looking at the viewfinder, I can see like all of me is in frame, part of the bike is in frame. So I think just from the preview, it looks like it'd be pretty good.
One of the cool features about the X4 is that you can turn it on and off using gesture control. So if you hold it about a meter or half a meter away from your face, put your hand up to your face like this, the camera will start recording automatically. And if you want to turn the camera off, you can do the same thing. Hold it up in front of you, and it'll stop recording. This is great because you don't have to fiddle around with the buttons while you're riding, but there is one caveat to this that I learned. Because I am an enthusiastic gesticulator while I'm motovlogging and I get passionate about a topic, I'll sometimes take one of my hands off the handlebars and start gesticulating with it. And the camera did pick that up as me holding my hand up, and it stopped my recording. So maybe if you're motovlogging, you know, keep your hands on the handlebars, or they should be anyway. Be aware that that's something that could happen with gesture control. All right, we absolutely cannot skip over one of the most popular features on these cameras right now, and that's compatibility with a Bluetooth headset. So like the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, which I already reviewed, you can also record audio through your Cardo Bluetooth headset. So in the settings of the camera, you can go to the little Bluetooth headphones icon, turn on your Cardo or Bluetooth unit, put it in pairing mode. Once you see it pop up, you can connect to it, and once you're connected to it, you'll get these little headphone icons on your main screen, and that means you're now recording audio through your Bluetooth headset. And this is a sample of what that audio sounds like. I was pretty impressed.
Well, now I gotta make sure I don't accidentally gesture to it and turn it off, but no, your hand has to be like in frame facing the camera with your head in it, so I don't think you can accidentally gesture control the camera off. Actually, let me test that, see if like my hand is just in frame like right now while I'm talking. Will it actually stop the recording? By now.
They also now do have a mesh communication feature, so if you're riding with I think a group up to like 30 riders is what Cardo supports now, you can get audio from all these different people. So instead of having everybody send you audio tracks separately if you're trying to put together a motovlog, you can connect everybody up and record the audio through one camera. So in video, you'll be able to hear everybody. It's not super straightforward how you connect all these riders together, so I'm going to link a tutorial from Cardo on how you do that in the description. But it is actually really cool that we have that feature, and I'm glad these big companies are now talking to one another, because ultimately that means us, the motovloggers, benefit. All right, let's talk battery. This thing is massive. I ran a filming test at 8K to see how long the battery would last. Insta360 claims you can get 75 minutes in 8K, so let's put that to the test. Well, at first it overheated about 18 minutes in, and it used 20% of the battery, but I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt here because it is filming in 8K statically, which is hard on the camera, and it is warm indoors. If you watched a couple of my previous videos, you know I did the same battery test using the GoPro Hero 13, except that one didn't get the benefit of the doubt because it overheated at 1080p, which I think is unacceptable. 8K I can understand, but 1080p overheating, no. So we're gonna continue the test with this camera to see how much longer it films. For the rest of the test, I decided to leave it outside to see if a cooler ambient temperature would help, which would more closely replicate conditions on a motorcycle with the air moving around it. At this time, it was 50 Fahrenheit outside, which is about 10 Celsius. After the outside test, we have a total record time of 18 minutes plus another 53 minutes plus 7 more minutes for a total of 78 minutes as advertised, and 6% of the battery left. I guess it shuts off a little bit early so that you can still use the camera to like get footage off of it if you need to, or maybe just to preserve the battery health, I would imagine. Another interesting feature they added on this is that you can actually use the X4 as a power bank. So because this battery is so massive, you can actually use it to like reverse charge your phone. I have my phone and the camera connected via USB-C. Once you connect your camera, you're gonna get this menu here. You can select reverse charge. There we go. And here you're just going to confirm that after a certain amount of time you still want like 20% battery left on this thing. You just click enable and there we go. Charging starts. You can still use the X4 while it's reverse charging. I mean, that's a pretty handy feature. And you can reverse this too if your phone supports reverse wireless charging. You can charge your camera with your phone. Now, if only you could jumpstart your battery with this. Like, I'm not saying it's practical, I'm just saying that would be pretty cool. Other hardware components worth mentioning here that I like is the screen. It's 2.5 inches and easy to use because it's so big it doesn't really feel cramped. I haven't tried to operate the screen with gloves on. I don't think it would work unless you have one of those graphene coated fingertips on your glove, then maybe that would work. But personally, if you have gesture control to start and stop recording, that should be sufficient on a bike. Okay, so durability wise, I'm not gonna test anything because I don't want to ruin it, but a fellow motovlogger, Motofeels, did chuck his camera off of his bike and he was going pretty fast. So I'll link to that part of the video, but from what I saw, it's fully functional afterwards. It did have some scratches and dents. And even though I'm not going to be dropping this one, I did get the original Insta360 1R. That was their first 360 camera. It was like modular. And I took that one to a track day and it did fall off of my bike, unfortunately, because I didn't secure it properly. Editing Lali here. Here it is. First Insta360 camera I had, the 1R. Still works. The touchscreen is broken, so I put some tape over it, but you can actually still use it. This thing does 5.7K at 30 frames per second. Nice. It's dope. So I think the durability of these cameras is good. Like, I did record with this camera and post on social media after it fell off of my bike, so I can't complain. I no longer use it because I have the X4, but the only thing that happened to that original Insta360 camera was that the screen cracked. So I think durability-wise, Insta360 cameras have something going for themselves. More notes on the durability. The X4 is waterproof up to 33 feet, which is about 10 meters. So if you ride your motorcycle into a lake, you should be good. But realistically, this will be more handy if you get stuck riding in the rain or you're trying to record in the rain. Moving on to editing on this thing, okay, I have to be honest, this is my least favorite part about 360 video. I love 360 video, it looks cool, but editing it, But I think Insta360 realizes this part sucks, so they've done what they can to help you out and try and make it easier on you. When you connect your camera to the app, you have some editing options like AI assisted editing, which can automatically create a quick short video of the highlights in your video. How it picks those moments, I'm not entirely sure. If you're a hands-off person when it comes to editing, this can be a massive time-saving feature. You just have to make sure that your videos are under 20 minutes in length, as the AI assisted editing won't work for videos that are longer than that. Currently, the X4 has no way to limit video length from the settings that I could see, so I think that's something that you would have to watch on your own. The AI assisted editing would be more useful if you're recording in short bursts of video. They also have a mode called quick mode, which helps you reframe footage faster, so you can start playback and just move the camera angle around with your finger or by moving your phone, and it will automatically record all those keyframes in the exported video. The last mode is Pro, which is basically you can do everything yourself manually. I'm just gonna stay away from that mode for now. If you're really an editing junkie and you have a phone that can handle that's the mode for you. There are a ton of different editing options in the app, like filters, simulating ND filters, motion blur, a whole bunch. It's worth checking it out. If you're considering the X4, the link is in the description. They're running a holiday sale right now. It's on sale for $429. I also have an affiliate code for you, and if you purchase it using that code, you also get a free accessory. I believe it's the selfie stick. That's going to be in the description as well. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.